everybody out there in YouTube land. Jake, the OneManBand, is back again, and Ruby Rose, Ace Attorney, the tide has turned. Now we are going to finally convince everyone that Jean-Arc didn't do the deed of almost killing Cardin. So, bailiff, please bring Russell Thrush to the stand. There he is, the schmuck. Your name and occupation now? Russell Thrush, an officer in training at Beacon's Police Division. Your voice, it's robotic sounding. So, what about it? Do you have a problem with it? Does not compute. Oh no, of course not. Sheesh. Thrush got a stare that could pierce the heavens. I don't know if the judge can handle it. Yeah, what's the deal with that? Why do you sound like a robot? How uncouth of you to say that. His voice model it's a voice module to assist the user in speaking. What, does he have a problem? Last I checked, he was perfectly capable of speech. You know, that's a big Ursa! Hey, I don't know all these fancy tech you know. So, Mr. Thrush, you've got some voice or throat problems or something? Listen, you brought me here, so I just want to get this over with. I have better things to do right now, like drink motor oil, for I am a robot. If you must know, I would prefer that we speed things along. Speaking a lot in my current state causes me pain. Well, that sucks. I hope you feel better. But you're gonna be speaking a lot, my dear son. Thanks, I guess. What do you have exactly that's causing it? Like I said, I don't want to talk any more than I have to, so I'm just gonna keep talking. Let's get this over with and done. Sheesh, this guy sure is evasive. Russell Thrush, you will speak about what you were doing on the evening of the night of the murder. Not murder, tried to murder. He isn't actually dead, Cardin's fine. Let's get this over with. My throat hurts already. Okay, how he spent his night. I was heading to the club that night to get crazy and crunk. I was having a rough day, so I just wanted to be alone. I ordered some food and just sat at the table alone. Like always. It's because of my robotic voice that nobody ever likes me. I wasn't aware Cardin was in the bar. I hadn't met with him all day. Lies! All lies! I know that because in the planner, he was supposed to meet Russell Thrush on the very same day. I stayed till around, so doubly around 1 a.m., at which point I just dipped at home. I was surprised to learn in the morning that Jean had tried to kill Cardin. Never thought the kid would try something like that. So you just happened to be in the bar that night. That's right. A mere coincidence. That's all. Oh, is that so? Miss Rose, you may begin your cross-examination. Thank you, Your Honor. Oh, you're hiding something, all right. And I'm gonna nitpick every detail you just said. Okay, really quick. See? In Cardin's planner. Cardin's planner. See? Meet James Newick is right there. Meet Russell Thrush, July 3rd. Meet Jean, July 3rd. July 3rd is the day that the crime happened. I was heading to the club that night. Alright, elaborate. Why were you heading to the bar? You're really nosy, you know that. I'm an attorney! We're in court! I'm supposed to ask questions! I'm trying to get through this fast, and you're just butting in and asking questions about every single thing I say. That's my job! Hey, I'm supposed to cross-examine you. I need to know every detail. Which is exactly what I was going to give you. My robot voice sucks, doesn't it? Stop wasting time. Yes, let's keep everything moving along now. Why is everyone against me all of a sudden? I was having a rough day, so I just wanted to be alone. I ordered some food and just sat at the table alone. Sometimes having friends can make your days better, you know. What's with you having a rough day about? I don't think it's any of your business. It is to the court. Circumstances can mean everything in a trial. Humph. Well, if you must know, I was just exhausted. I had to do a lot of work earlier and had to deal with some frustrating problems to solve, like how I was going to murder Cardin and get away with it. Like your throat problems? No comment. And you didn't want to talk with Cardin about it to get your mind off things? You were both at the bar. Well, if you must know, I wasn't aware Cardin was in the bar. I hadn't met with him all day. I'm just going to see what he has to say about the rest of the stuff before I move on to hitting him with the evidence. How were you not aware of him in the bar? Wasn't it getting empty at that point? I wasn't really aware of anyone around me. I just absorbed in my thoughts. Wow, you sound almost like you were depressed about your day. It was a tiring day. Okay, get off my case and let me continue. He sure is prickly. He is a prick, I'll give him that. Tell me about it. I just feel like every time I open my mouth, he sends 1,000 painful needles my way. I stayed for a while, but eventually I wanted to leave. I stayed till around 1 a.m., at which point I just dipped at home. Now, what do you mean by that? How come so late? Some people like to chill in their rooms. Sometimes I like to chill in the bar with some food alone, just for the atmosphere. Sounds like a pretty loud and grating atmosphere to me for someone looking for solitude. And some people like having food as well. Stop being judgmental of how others spend their time while a trial is in session. He did what he felt was right for him, so stop adding in useless drivel. Hey, can I share my opinion? This is America after all. Or Vale, whatever this place is. Irrelevant, stop wasting time. Let's hurry along now, shall we? Let's not draw this out. I have a golf game in 5 minutes. I completely agree. Now stop interrupting and let me continue. I think it would just be stop interrupting. Why does everyone keep ganging up on me? Because you're the protagonist. I was surprised to learn in the morning that John had tried to kill Cardin. Never thought the kid would try something like that. Hold it! You didn't even say hold it. You learned about it the next day? It was in the news. People in school all over were talking about it. The headline was that John was the one that did it. That's just what I heard. Do you think John would ever even attempt something like that? Well, he seems innocent enough, but people have limits. Just like the limits with my voice. He's not exactly the strongest person mentally or physically. It was only a matter of time before he broke. John isn't a weak person. He's really strong. Mentally, at least. You know. Perhaps your friendship is blinding you to that fact. Maybe you should stop being a jerk. Oh! Shots being fired. Maybe you should stop wasting time. Please, let's not draw out this court's time with bickering. You can do that on your own time. Agreed. Agreed. Ugh. Help me, Blake! Well, technically, we're wasting time. What? What do you mean by that? He's a bit different than I expected. He seems like a rather calm, though impatient individual. Impatient due to his throat condition, most likely. He keeps trying to shut me down after everything I say. Kind of like Weiss. I think they'll get along really well together. Jerks. Oh, come on, Weiss isn't so bad. Well, they certainly don't like wasting time, that's for sure. Keep looking through, Ruby. Something he said doesn't add up. Right. I'll keep digging. And I know exactly where to go. Not there. Not there. There we go. We present Cardin's planner. Objection! You said you hadn't talked to him all day. Nope, not at all. I was busy with other stuff during the day. Well, that's a lie, isn't it? According to Cardin's calendar. Ellipses. It says you met with him on the night of the murder, right here on this piece of paper. And only now, when we're like 5 parts into this series, I finally understand how to do the evidence stuff. Yeah, that's progress. Admit it. You were meeting about the dust operation that you, Mr. Newick, and Cardin were planning. Ellipses. You're overthinking it. You're trying to do everything to place the blame on someone else instead of Jean. It's obviously you don't believe Jean committed the crime because he's your friend. You're trying to deflect my argument right now. Answer me right now. Why were you meeting with Cardin? I did see him for a very brief period. I don't normally classify meeting with people between a few minutes. That's more like passing by. Well, whatever it is you passed by with him about, you're going to testify about what it was about. Tish, have it your way then. Time for another testimony. I saw him in the hallway, and we literally passed by each other, but stopped to chat. He was quickly giving me an update on a project we needed to work on. It was just a school project, a paper we had to write, just the two of us. It's due within the week. That's probably the blood analysis project that's stated in the planner. Right there. It was nothing illegal like you seem to be insinuating. Well, that was shorter than I expected. Straight to the point. Now do your cross-examination quickly. You're not the boss of me. I'll take as much time as I want. After all, this is a court, and we know we can draw out these trials for a very long time. Okay, so I saw him in the hallway, and we literally passed by each other to stop to chat. Alrighty, let's press that. No secret meeting place, just a regular old hallway. Why would I need a secret meeting? Why would I need a secret meeting place? I literally passed by, we chatted, end of story. But you were chatting about your little operation, right? No, with done in capitalization. But I'll tell you what I was talking about. He was quickly giving me an update on a project we needed to work on. Alrighty, a project. So... oh, okay, Weiss, whatever. If you bring up that operation again without any proper proof, then don't even bother saying a word. Pokeball. Objection. Why you ignore her? say what the project actually was. Completely shut down. You're not enjoying this, are you? Of course not. Though it is a bit funny. Blake, you're not helping me. Stop talking over there and let me continue. It was just a school project, a paper we had to write, just the two of us. It's due within the week. So, just a paper you two have to write together. That's right, we have the same course and we're partnered together. It's for blood analysis class. My professor can vouch that it's a real school project, so don't bother saying I'm lying. Man, I wish he was as easy to crack as Mr. Newick. Think about it like this. It's good practice. Maybe at getting shut down, but it makes me feel sick. So, as I was saying, it was nothing illegal like you seem to be insinuating. Let's press that, shall we? Well, I guess a school project is nothing illegal unless you're not telling the truth. Back up your claim before you say he's lying. That's the only time you're allowed. My gut is telling me, though. Your gut isn't evidence, unless you died at the crime scene. Well, that was kind of harsh. This got dark. That got dark fast. Everything he is saying seems so logical, even with the evidence we have. Sometimes when you can't get a huge breakthrough, even a tiny one is enough to start a crack. And then once we make that tiny dent, we'll throw our evidence through the window and break it. I guess that makes sense in a way. Maybe a bit violent, though. So a project they worked on together. He said only the two of them did it. Is that really true, though? Not technically, no. It is not true because, due to the bullying testimony, Russell Thrush himself says that Cardin was bullying Jean to do the homework. So I guess that can work. Let's try presenting the bully testimony here. Objection! I'm not sure. It was just the two of you actually working on the project. If you're going to waste time again. Nope. No, I got a pretty good hold on this. I'm not just yelling out my objection this time. I got proof. You and your entire team made a statement earlier, which was that Jean did your projects. And you see this, my friends? I have gotten 2 evidence presentations correct in a row with not one error. I am the new god of Ace Attorney. Ellipses. Well, that's a pretty weak objection. Sure, we said that, but that doesn't mean he had to do every single project we had. Well, I guess that statement says do homework, but not all homework. But didn't John himself say that he was meeting with Cardin to help him on a project? He wouldn't be able to do every single piece of homework we threw at him. It's an easy way out. It's an easy way for us to fail. I guess. No way. A dead end again? Is there no way I can prove that he's lying about all this homework stuff? It looks like you just chased yourself into another dead end. Well, you know what they say, when you run into a dead end, just punch your way through. All of this suspicion on other people. You claim Russell Thrush is the one who did it. Well, you've got nothing, and all evidence still points to Jean. But I can still fix this, for I am the god of Ace Attorney! If there is no other evidence to prove your statement, Miss Rose, I may have no choice but to going to declare my verdict. Hold it! From who? from Yang! Hold on a sec. You can't go declaring a verdict yet, not without having all the evidence. Yang? You don't know the whole truth, right? You don't know everything that transpired in the club. You never asked for the recordings of the club yet, right? Right, because they hadn't really been a major factor at the time. Well, they probably were, I just forgot about them. Whoops. Ellipses. Sorry, Weiss. It doesn't matter to me who wins or loses this trial, but that the truth comes out. I was going to ask for those next, but Yang beat me to it. Oh, thank goodness. I thought you thought we were completely in a corner, too. Well, your words definitely filled me with lots of positive energy. And why should these recordings suddenly be relevant to the case at this point? Because if the recordings are correct, we'll see Russell Thrush and Cardin meeting in the hallway and stuff. I know why they are. Because earlier the footage wasn't as important since only Cardin and John were involved. But now that Thrush is in the club that night, I know he did something that the camera footage will show. It's true that it's even more relevant to the case given that you're undercovering of this dust operation. Very well, we'll have to look at the club footage. Guess who's getting a pay cut? Eek! You're gonna cut my pay? How is it that Weiss, a prosecuting attorney, has any power over somebody who's a detective in the police? I don't understand! Okay, here's the police. Newick, Codden, John. That's, the other guy. Thrush. Mr. Winchester appears to be talking with Mr. Ark and drinking and eating together. And now Mr. Winchester is going away for a moment. Carnage shouldn't be leaving for the closet for a while based on the time stamped on the recording. Hold on a sec. There! What is it? What is it? Russell is walking by Jean. Jean's not even looking in his direction. He must have missed him. Pause on that shot. Club camera footage added to the court's recording. Miss Rose, do you have something important to note about this shot? Yes. Thrush just passed by Cardin's table and his beverage cup. He probably laced it with drugs. This cup with alcoholic drink inside, but I remember something odd. The alcohol content in Cardin and John seemed abnormal. Almost like somebody spiked their drinks. The cup is important. How come? This shows why the cup at the very moment is important. Evidence of drugs. Take that! Cardin's drug levels? Yes, that's right. I thought there was something fishy about this earlier, but there was never a chance to bring it up. And what might that be exactly? Cardin's a big guy, and based on how many drinks were purchased, there is no way he should have had that blood alcohol content. It just doesn't add up how he seemed to have such a high amount of drugs in his system and got so wasted. You're heavily implying something. Say it. Slam the desk! The reason his drug levels were so high is because someone added to them. Somebody laced his drinks. Added to them? What do you mean? It wasn't just by chance that Russell came by Cardin's table at that time. He must have known he was there the whole time. He spiked Cardin's drink while Jean wasn't looking. Ellipses. This is just more conjecture. Cardin could have been drinking prior to entering the club. Pokeball move? You're just making insinuations again. I'll show you who's making insinuations. Russell Thrush, testify about when you passed by Cardin's table. I'll grant this request, Miss Rose. Please testify, Mr. Thrush. Ellipses. Okay, here's what I did. You're wasting your time. I already told you why I was there. I happened to pass by Cardin's table. Didn't even notice Jean. It was just coincidence Cardin wasn't there. I was going up to stretch my legs and head to the bathroom. That's all. I didn't do anything besides stand up, pass their table, then go to the bathroom. Not that much to go off of again. Oh, you're definitely lying again, Russell. I'm only getting closer and closer to the truth. Alrighty, you're wasting your time. I already told you why I was there. Okay, hold it! Nope, I'm not, because you're hiding something. The truth. I'm not going to address that with a response. But you just did. Shut up! Anyways, I happened to pass by Cardin's table. Didn't even know Jean. Didn't even notice Jean. It was just a coincidence Cardin wasn't there. Hold it! You're lying to court. You spiked his drink on the way. Oh yeah? If you're going to claim that, then prove it. The drug levels. He probably had drinks earlier. As I said, prove it. We don't have any solid proof he dropped a spike in the drink, and he would have never admit to it either. I wish we had foolproof lie detectors. I knew you had nothing new to show for your big words. Anyways, I was going up to stretch my legs and head to the bathroom. Hold it. Why were you heading to the bathroom? Because I had to take a piss and poop and stuff. Well, I was sitting for a while, so I needed to get up and move around. That's all. I didn't do anything besides stand up, pass their table, then go to the bathroom. Okay, let's press this. Well, I know what you really did. No more of your words. Just show the evidence if you're going to interrupt. Otherwise, do not speak. Weiss is getting less and less patient the longer we do this. I hope she doesn't snap on me. I'm really afraid of the scary yelling Weiss. She's so scary. If we can't prove he put the drink in the cup, there's still other areas for us to check. Yeah, like you said earlier, we make a crack. We break the window with a brick of hard evidence. You weren't one of those children who threw rocks into neighbors' windows that you didn't like, were you? Who would do that? What? No! No, I never did that. Let's see. What doesn't add up? I'm pretty sure I know what doesn't add up. He says... Okay, really quick. Let's go, club footage. Right there. Come on, load. So... Oh, right there! He's talking to Newick. And Newick's testimony... Let's see. That's all. I didn't do anything besides stand up. Okay, what if I present like this club footage where he's doing that? Will that work? Objection! I don't think that's entirely true. You weren't betting on the camera catching everything, were you? What are you talking about? Oh, don't you remember? You didn't only go to the bathroom on your way out. You happened to talk to Mr. Newick. The time stamped on the camera shot that you passed by Jean are only a minute apart, which means... Ellipses. It's true, isn't it? You were there for quite a long time, too. Sounds like quite a conversation you were having. And what of it? There's absolutely no way for you to link whatever he was talking about to whatever insinuations you're making. But Cardin and Mr. Newick are linked by the Dust operation. For all we know, Russell is their third member. Pokeball move! Exactly! It's a mere conjecture and speculation. Prove it. Damn it! I can slam my desk! You can only throw Pokeballs! Oh yeah? I can prove it with testimony from Mr. Newick. He would know. And he wouldn't dare lie to the court again, would he? Well, you did break my glasses. Out with it, Mr. Newick. You talked to Russell Thrush and Cardin Winchester that evening. Both your discussions were related to your Dust operation, weren't they? Yes. Yes, they were! Ellipses. I am sweating, and ellipses. Good job capitalizing on his earlier fears. He doesn't want to risk lying anymore to the court. All right, you win, Miss Rose. I'll admit I was in on that operation as well, but Cardin was the one in charge. Mr. Newick here wanted to back out, and he told me that Cardin said about proceeding with it. Mr. Newick and I talked about it, so I agreed on staying out of the operation too, but also to bludgeon Cardin with statue. Bringing this up was pointless because the fact that Cardin is the one who wanted to stay in. You're saying I tried to murder him? What reason would I have to try to kill him for backing out of the Dust operation? Well, objection! From... who? From John! Wait, hold on. I remembered something from last night now. The plot thickens, my friends. Yes.
It seems as though the robotic Russell Thrush is no match for our defense attorney. But what new information will Jean bring to the table? And is Jake the new god of the Ace Attorney games? Find out next time on Ruby Rose Ace Attorney.